Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to week 3, baby. Let's go. Welcome to the Week 3 Haynes King Ding-a-ling Car Wash. Yeah, we get to find out this week who the best team in Florida is, because it's clearly not the Florida Gators. I mean, Florida State has something to say about that, but right now, South Florida has the best wins in the state of Florida. Robert wants to know how I did week 1. I destroyed whoever was, I don't even know who I played, Robert, but I destroyed him. I mean, I beat him by 50 points. And that's going to continue. I told you I'm winning this thing. That's not fake news. What are you talking about? Go look at the ESPN app, I mean. Whoever I played, I beat the shit out of them. I know that. It was over before the last game was even played. I beat them before even the Sunday night football game, and I had Lamar Jackson. That game was that contest was over before it started. Big week this week. Big week for a lot of teams in the ACC, including the Clemson Tigers, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, the Miami Hurricanes, and a few more. Yeah, and we'll get to it here in just a second. What about Louisville, says Jeremy Garland. What about them? I'll tell you what about them. They suck. That's what about them. That might be one of the ones we got wrong on the ACC predictions. I don't know. Well, hold on. Oh boy, we had Louisville going 9-3. Boy, we were wrong about that. They'd be lucky to make a bowl game. I don't know if they'll win 6 or not. Shoot him 556. What's up, buddy? He says hello and hi. Hello, hi, and I'll add one to that. Hola. That's Spanish, if you didn't know that. Why am I trashing Louisville? I'm not trashing them. They're doing a good job of doing that on their own. Bulls beat the U this week out. That's one of the better games. I'm not sold on USF quite yet. I mean, I think they're good, and I think that I really like that quarterback. But I don't know, man. Well, clearly Miami will be the best team. They played by a lot, and I mean, it took a lot for them to beat a bad Florida team. So I'm not sold on that, but it would be hilarious if they did beat Miami. I'm not predicting that to happen, though. Stan says it would be the most Cristobal thing ever to lose this game. You know what? You do have a point there. Yeah, you do. Yeah, Riz, I'm taking USF. USF is a covering machine in the betting world. I mean, they have covered both games by a lot. Well, they were underdogs in both games and won both games outright. So they're 17-point underdogs at Miami. I do think Miami will win. I'm taking the Bulls to cover the 17, though. I mean, you're supposed to ride the train, you know what I mean, until the wheels fall off the train. So I'm riding the USF train, the point train, until the wheels fall off the train. Now, it might be this week, but nonetheless, not only am I riding the train, I'm the fucking engineer of the train. Boy, that worked out perfectly. I'm the engineer of the train, and who do I have here to join me tonight? A couple of engineers. A hell of an engineer, as a matter of fact.
The nerds.
The nerds, baby.
It's a nerd takeover tonight.
It's the nerd takeover. Welcome to the show, everybody. My co-host C-Dog and Rec Talk. The nerds, baby.
It's time for the ACC Showdown.
The ACC Showdown. The only thing that would make this even better is if Slim Shady finds a way to join this show tonight. But as most of you know, Clemson and Georgia Tech play this weekend. I will be in Atlanta live in the flesh. Well, at least I'm going there alive. I don't know if I'll leave there alive, but I am going there live in the flesh this weekend to hook up with my two buddies, Rec Talk and C-Dog. We're going to the game together. Who else is going with us? Jay Shipes. And who's that other old guy that's going?
Slaw,
he better bring his paper bag.
There's a really old Clemson guy that's going with us. I can't remember his name. Oh, yeah, Hufferbilly Paul. I think that's who it is.
That's Hufferbilly Slaw now. I cannot believe what he said, that he was going to put a paper bag on and rush the field with us. Well, if he does that, that is hilarious.
Well, I asked Rec yesterday on the midday show. I said, so what's what are we doing? Are we going down on the field, before the game, after the game, whenever? He said no. So Slaw's going to be rushing the field by himself?
I think Slaw meant if Georgia Tech upsets, they're definitely going to rush the field. And he will put a paper bag on to disguise himself and rush the field with the Tech fan.
That is the most Clemson fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, is that if Clemson loses the game, a literal Clemson alumni and fan is going to rush the field on the opposing team's field.
Clemson fans just can't help it.
I can help it. I've never done that.
Well, it's got to be hard to pass up a field rushing. right? That's what we were talking about.
No, it's not for me. There's zero chance I'm going on that field if Clemson loses the game. And
I'm going to grab you, put you on my shoulders in a fireman's carry, and I'm taking you down with me.
He's really determined to carry me places. He wants to carry me on the field, then he wants to carry me 2 miles from the stadium to Vortex.
Yeah, I put on my shoulders.
He wants to freaking. I bet he wants to cuddle up at night too.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
That's why he doesn't have a real bed.
Hey! Gentlemen don't kiss one another until okay.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, did y'all see that freaking picture of the two, like the homoerotic picture of the two South Florida players?
I did not. Can I pull that up though?
That picture is absolutely hilarious.
It's funny you describe it as homoerotic though.
I mean, look at you. You have to see it.
Well,
It's even hot, dude.
is that what I type in Google? Homoerotic USF players?
Florida players.
No, dude, just type in homoerotic Florida. And it'll come up.
I don't know. I don't know what to look up. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't seen it. Okay, look, I just typed.
All right,
Here, I'm DMing it to you on.
I'll pull it up. What'd you type in?
I typed in South Florida players and then scroll down. Here, I've sent it to you on DM and on Twitter.
Well, that's not going to help me here.
Oh.
You can't.
Well, I looked up.
No, we've been through this. I know. It's weird.
Okay.
I don't know.
USF football players embrace?
Drop them a link in the private chat in StreamYard, Sea-Dog.
Did they kiss? Hold on.
Auto-filled the kiss.
Hold on. Let me show you guys what came up when I typed in USF. You can see what I typed in here. USF football players. The first thing that came up. Hold on. Let me scroll down. This is what came. Oh, where'd it go? Damn it. There it is.
It autofilled.
Yeah, it autofilled to USF football players kiss.
And embrace.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Right, let me look here. Oh yeah, I did see that. That. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
That is hilarious.
I mean, they're not.
Is that not homoerotic?
The guy on the left or whatever, the number 37, does look like an 80s porn star. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I was a kid in the 80s, and I saw plenty of guys that look like him on the VHS tapes, if you know what I mean.
He went to the barber and said, I want my goddamn sideburns shaved. You understand?
What the fuck was that? Was that after a kick or something? What was that?
Why did they do that? I don't
Why did you do that?
Why did they do that? There's something bad wrong with them boys.
The stand says the Brokeback Bulls.
You know, that might be the most South Florida thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That is.
Dude,
that is
funny.
So speaking of South Florida and Miami, I mean, possibly based on the picture I just saw, possibly the two gayest teams on earth.
Don't forget Alabama. Have y'all seen? Y'all saw that? I know y'all saw that video, right? The guy who Alabama football is too gay to beat Florida State.
I did not see that though.
You haven't seen that?
No, I don't know what part of the internet you're on, dude.
Alabama too gay.
Are you on the dark web?
On YouTube. The thumbnail is hilarious. If you just type in Alabama too gay on YouTube.
Type in that's what you typed in?
I saw a screenshot of it.
You know,
he goes, all you got to do, Pete, is just type in Alabama too gay. I mean, come on, man.
Just looking at the thumbnail is hilarious. It's a really funny thumbnail.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's Jason Whitlock's video?
Well, I don't really want to show some of the stuff that came up here. I'm going to get shut down.
Yeah, don't end up like me doing gay shit.
Yeah, I don't know which picture you're talking about. There's some pretty weird stuff when I type that in here, to be honest with you. Can you describe the picture before I select it? I don't want to do something I'm not supposed to do here.
Sea-Dog will screw you up sometimes. He's sent me some stuff before. That
he's giving me Edward vibes here. I don't know. Is it the what's that guy's name?
His name is Jason Whitlock.
Yeah, Jason is the Jason Whitlock one.
The thumbnail is hilarious.
What is the so what's the premise behind whatever he's talking about here? This is for all of you who are watching. This is what comes up whenever you look at that. So this must be from his video or whatever, the Jason Whitlock podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
What was the premise behind this? I'm obviously not going to play the video. So what's he talking about?
He says that, well, you can probably guess, like with Ryan Williams painting his nails and
carrying the teddy bear around and whatnot.
Yeah.
So his premise is that the reason that they lost to Florida State is because they're too gay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying.
Soft. Yeah.
You got to be kidding me, right?
It's really
great, dude.
It's really funny.
I don't know if it's great. It's weird as fuck.
I think it is great. I think what would be hilarious is if you had a team with like 5 openly gay players and they just started beating everyone's asses.
Now that would be funny. What would Jason Whitlock do then? If Alabama had 5 openly gay players and they won a national championship and went 16-0, like what video would he make then? They're not gay enough?
I wish my team was as gay as Alabama so we could win. That would be the video.
You think he would be on there going, we need more gay players?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know you're out there. Just call the board.
Oh, God. Y'all saw that, the Christian Wilkins from Clemson. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
The former defensive lineman for Clemson in the national championship team in 2016. Yeah. When they played Ohio State, he apparently stuck his finger in one of the Ohio State players' butts. It's all over YouTube after one of the plays. Yeah. Anyway, then he gets drafted by the Dolphins, and so obviously, apparently, some weird shit went on there in the locker room. He got traded to, who was it that he got traded to? Somebody in the comment section. I forget who it was. And then he got released earlier this year because apparently he kissed a player in the locker room. The Raiders. Thank you, Broski Bear. Yeah, so he got traded to the Raiders from Miami. And in the preseason, I guess he kissed a player. I don't think he like kissed him on the mouth or anything. I think from the reports was, he may or may not have been naked at the time, and he went up and grabbed somebody and kissed him on the forehead or something, and the player complained to the front office, and they released him from the team.
Now, how would that go? Like, hey, I need to talk to the general manager. Come here. That motherfucker kissed me, dude.
With his dick hanging out. So, anyway.
Well, I don't think the finger poke of doom he did was the worst thing. Like when, I'm not making this up. When I wrestled in high school, you would do something called checking someone's oil if you wanted to get them.
Well, that's what he said. So that's funny you said that, but that's exactly what he said about it when they asked him about it. Because there's a clear video where there's an Ohio State player. They tackled him. There's a pile of people. The Ohio State player's laying on his stomach, and he takes his index finger and literally shoves it where the sun don't shine, right? And it was clear and obvious for everyone to see. And so they asked him about it after the game, and he goes, "Oh, that was nothing. I didn't mean any disrespect. I was just checking the oil."
Well, that's not proper technique. It's usually done with the thumb. That's the finger.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. If somebody tried to shove their finger in my ass on the football field, I might be a little bit offended by that too. I mean, I'm not homophobic or anything, but I mean, I do have limits.
He has a dominant position, though. Like you saw episode 3 of Star Wars, he's got the high ground.
Yeah, he had the high ground, all right. Yeah.
Man, me and C-Dog have really been going in this direction lately, haven't we?
Yes. I was talking to Mrs. Peete earlier tonight. C-Dog, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Peete and me were sitting on the back porch before the show, and she was like, "So what's the plans when you go to Atlanta?" And I was like, "Oh, we're going to play pickleball on Friday night. That's going to be great." I said, "We're going to the Vortex after the game." And she asked me what that was, and I told her. And I said, "And also we're going to go to the Claremont Lounge on Saturday night." And she goes, "What's that?" I said, well, it's a strip club. I said, but hear me out. I said, it's, you know, she gave me a weird look when I said that. And I told her what it actually was. And she goes, oh, I don't really care. But apparently your wife does care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's that going?
I'm not going to the Claremont Lounge.
Dude, just tell her, like, are you insecure about a bunch of ugly 6-year-old women? Like, what's going on?
Oh my God. Well, the problem is she knows I'm into older women, so that's the
what you are.
Yeah.
Ugly ones though, like we all like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I mean everyone likes MILFs, but we're talking about like 70-year-olds.
I don't discriminate, bro.
Oh my God, that's weird.
So you're afraid to go to Claremont Lounge because you might bag one of these reptilian bitches.
Oh, man, don't ask questions you're not prepared to get the answer to.
I did not know this. I did not know that.
We gotta get Jay and Huffer Billy Paw to go there too, because I mean, well, first of all, that's Huffer Billy Paw's age range. So,
well,
I mean,
that place is perfect for both of them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Jay gives a shit either.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. So, Cito, are you going to stay with us Saturday night, or are you just going home after the game?
I'll probably just go home. Well, after the game's going to end at like 3:30, so I thought we were all going back to the Rec Talks to watch.
Well, after the game, we're going to the Vortex to eat.
Well, we just talked about that.
Who's we?
In Rec Talk.
Okay, and what'd y'all come up with?
Well, we thought if we go after the game, we'll miss a bunch of games. So we were thinking we go before pickleball. 'Cause you're getting in around 4, right?
Well, that's the plan. I mean, Rex said he's not getting home till 4, so I'm not going to get to his place before 4. Otherwise, I'll be sitting in my car twiddling my thumbs.
Right.
So,
I can give you my code.
Which that gives us a couple hours before.
That's preferable.
I mean, I can leave.
The pickleball place isn't far from Vortex.
I can leave earlier than I was going to, and plus, I probably should allow for in case there's an accident or some sort of traffic situation.
By the way, don't listen to Millis. Does Millis drive around Atlanta? Because I don't get that impression. I mean, anyone in the chat that's tried to get around the perimeter at like 4, tell me how that goes for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what he said. I couldn't understand what he was saying because he sounded like he was tied up in the trunk of a car somewhere. So I don't even know what I thought. He said to take 26 to 20 to 85 instead of going to Greenville. Look, I've been to Atlanta 100 times. I don't know that I've ever gone the way that he's talking about going.
Well, he's saying basically go south of Atlanta. That way you have to cut across all of the worst traffic that Atlanta has.
Yeah, so what you're saying is I should go up to Greenville and then travel down to Atlanta.
You'll come southwest then.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you're going against the grain of traffic.
Right. And it'll be at the worst time of traffic, especially on a Friday. Right?
Yeah,
so,
brutal. I mean, it's brutal.
I know it is. So anyway, so what you're saying is instead of going to Vortex after the Georgia Tech game, you would rather go before pickleball. So here's my thing about that. And I don't know, but that won't give us much time at the Vortex if we do that.
They're 10 minutes away from each other.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's why we were thinking that would be better. Because trying to get to Vortex after the game might take an hour to go 3 miles.
Yeah.
That's actually, you know what? That actually might work better if everything works out time wise. Because if we were to go to the pickle, what's it called? The painted pickle.
I thought of people at work about it.
Yeah, that's a weird name. If we were to go to the painted pickle from 6 to 8 and not eat, then we would have to eat there, which means we'd be there probably till 9, and then we wouldn't get back to Rex till whatever, almost 10, and we'd miss all of college football by then.
And Dion plays, and
there's a Colorado game on Friday night. So okay, that sounds like a plan. Then
if you're like ahead of schedule coming in, just call me and I'll just leave work. Right? It's not a big deal.
Okay, I mean, yeah. So I'll leave earlier. I mean, I can leave anytime I want. I just didn't want to get there 2 hours before you got off work and just be sitting in some parking space somewhere waiting for you to get home. So I can leave at 8 or 9 in the morning if I want to, and then get there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll give us plenty of time.
All right. All right, that's what we'll do. That sounds like a plan. So that takes care of Friday. Saturday, well, I'm assuming we're going to wake up early and head into Atlanta, right? Because the game's at noon.
I have a plan for this because I don't know what needs to go out there, but we're going to meet on the south side of the stadium. We'll all meet there. And the block parties on that side of the stadium. We'll meet like around the bookstore.
What's the block party?
Okay, so it's hell of a block party. This was started under BAT, so I think Flo Rida. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, that's just Florida is spelled, pronounced differently. It's like the way that Octavian would pronounce the word Florida. Flo Rida.
Yeah. He's gonna be performing. So we can hit that up for a while. We can walk around to some of the tailgates. I hate to body my own team, but it's not like there's a ton to do.
I get that. It's because it's in the middle of a city.
Yeah, it's not like you can shut down Atlanta like you can Athens or Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson, the entire town revolves around that game. There's nothing else going on there other than that, but because it's not in the middle of Atlanta. Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, Nature Boy, I don't listen to like awful rap. I'm from like around Atlanta, so I have plenty of choices.
I like Flo Rida. I like him so much I can name 0 of his songs.
Yeah, we've got Outcast, Ludacris.
No, I do know a couple of his songs. If somebody played it, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's Flo Rida. Yeah, doesn't he have a song called Flo Rida? I think
he covered that '80s song "You Spin Me Round."
Oh yeah, that's the one I know.
I like
that's one of the ones I know.
Didn't they do "Welcome to My House"?
Was that Flo Rida?
We don't have to go. Yeah, welcome to my house.
You're singing it so good, you might get this show copyrighted. Yeah,
I thought that was him. That's you?
Yeah, me.
Holy shit, dude! We could have saved money and just thrown your ass up.
That sounds like Flo Rida if he was half dead.
As if you guys don't freaking know my rapping skills.
Well, you do have good rapping skills. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, all right. So we're going to the block party. What time's that start?
It's like 3 hours, I think. They haven't. I'll have to pull up the email. Maybe at like 9 or 10 that starts.
Okay. So that we'll go there for 10 minutes, and then what? I'm just kidding. Well, so we'll go there, and like, what's the order of business? I don't know. I've never been to a Georgia Tech game, so I'm just following like. Literally, Rec Talk and Sea Dog are my seeing eye dogs when it comes to what I'm doing here. I'm not dictating anything. Whatever they say we're doing is what I'm doing, and I'm just going to blindly let them lead me wherever we're going.
Yeah, the block party's from 8 to 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
And the ACC huddle is 10 a.m. to noon. That show,
what is that?
What I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the TV show.
Yeah, that with front of Tech Tower.
Is that with Eric McLean, the Clemson player, former Clemson player?
And there's that FSU quarterbacks on that panel.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so where is that at?
That's right in front of Tech Tower. That's right on campus there. That's
Tower
also on the south side of the stadium, which is where the block party is.
So that's sort of like game day light, where there's people standing behind the stage and holding up signs and shit like that.
I don't think it's that involved.
Not even that involved. So what you're saying is we will be the most famous people in that crowd, unlike game day.
No, my usual game day activities are walking around until I get noticed. And then if someone recognizes me, no pun intended.
Yeah.
I get a big boner about it.
Right. Awesome. So we'll go check out the ACC huddle, and then I guess after that it'll be time to go inside of the stadium and do stadium type stuff.
Yeah, we'll pick out. Okay, when Tech wins, we'll rush the field on this aisle.
Right.
and we'll plan all that out.
Yes. All right. So that
we can pick a good spot for me to crash out.
That's the north top of the
well,
north stand.
I was about to say, usually when I see your videos where you're crashing out, you just walk up to the highest part of the stadium, you know. And
because there's no one up there.
There's no one up there, but the problem with that is sometimes you're so depressed. I'm worried about you actually jumping off the side of the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that.
That's not a good spot.
No, it's not a good spot. All right, so that covers the pregame and the game. After the game, since we're not going to Vortex, what's the deal after that?
That's a good question because Claremont, I don't know when we'd go then.
You don't want to go to Claremont at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, come on.
You guys go after I go home.
Maybe.
And the Pac-12 games are on.
We'd have to make a special trip. So we'd probably come back here and watch some games. And then, like, I don't know if North Carolina's playing, but, like, man, we don't want to see Bill Belichick get his brains beat in again. Let's go look at some wrinkly old 60-year-old titties.
Yeah.
And then head over there.
I don't know. I figure after the game, we'll all.
North Carolina's next head coach in there.
After the game, won't you two fat fucks be hungry? I will be.
Yeah, we were thinking last Sunday we DoorDashed
Donovan's, yeah.
So we just go back to Rex, turn some football on, and do some DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever y'all do.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this really good Irish place with this really good buffalo chicken cheese dip.
So maybe we'll live stream from there too.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
And watch some football. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I mean, last time, we ate $100 worth of Donovan's last time?
Yeah.
$100?
Yeah.
The hell did y'all eat?
It's not worth $100. It's $100 worth of DoorDash.
Yeah, in fairness, like there's like $40 worth of extra fees and then your tip.
Jack it up. But getting it delivered right to your lap, you can't put a price on that.
All right. So the pickleball is on me. So the DoorDash is on you.
Yeah.
Does that sound fair?
Sure.
It's fair.
The pickleball is $100.
I did not know that. Wow.
Well, it's on Friday. They have prime time hours, and so the time that we're going, so the rates are different Monday through Thursday than they are Friday through Sunday, and so I think it's only like $20 an hour during Monday through Thursday, but a Friday through Sunday it's $50 an hour, which I didn't know. But whatever, that's fine. All right, so I'll pay for pickleball. Y'all pay for dinner on Saturday night after the game.
That sounds good.
All right, we'll do that. Cheezel Nasty says, "Can I come eat with y'all?" Yeah.
We'll make our movements public. So if you want to meet us somewhere, yeah, we'll do a post on Twitter or something like, yeah, we're going to eat at Vortex. We're also sitting in section 102, row 7. Is that right?
Yes.
So
yeah,
you want to come
section 102, row 7 in the west stands. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're eating the night before, so that'll be that.
Like I said, I did hear that somebody said, "Where are you playing pickleball at?" The painted pickle is what it's called.
Yeah.
Hufferbilly Paw said he might actually take an Uber from his house to come hang out with us. I hope he does. And Sir UJ said he possibly would too. I don't know if either one of them are going to come, but they both live within 30 or so minutes from the painted pickle, apparently.
That's cool.
So,
well, that's cool.
There you go. So that's the plans, everybody. Anyone who wants to come and say hello, hang out, whatever. I mean, we pretty much just told you like every single detail of what we're doing the entire weekend. I'm not inviting anybody to Rex's house. It's not my house. But as far as when we're in downtown Atlanta, that's the time frame. If you want to come say hello, and that's that. So, all right, let's get into this. Before we forget about it, there's actually football to talk about here.
Yeah, that's right.
There is actually football to talk about.
I am pissing people off with my Haynes King videos, dude.
You know what? I just saw that you posted a video like 5 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
So I wanted to watch the video, but I'm like, I'm getting ready for the show. How can I watch the video and get ready for the show at the same time? I mean, I'm smart, but not a genius.
Sorry.
So, What? So
you definitely should watch it. It's
yeah, I want everyone to watch it, but tell us what you said at it.
it's got more than just Haynes King content in it. But
I did see that the title was something along the lines of "How serious is Haynes King injury?"
What's going on with Haynes King's health?
Yeah. Now, before you get into this, did you say anything in the video about Rec Talk's conspiracy theory that Haynes King has a ding-a-ling injury?
No, I didn't mention that.
You didn't mention that?
Rec Talk out of it very specifically because he hasn't made a video. I'm going to let him do that to himself if he wants to, because I have really pissed a lot of people off with this video. And Rec Talk has remained silent on it, and I'm respecting his silence.
No, I'll talk about it.
We talked about it on stream. You just haven't made a video, but dude, it's like pissing everybody off. T-Branch left me a big long comment saying he's disappointed in me. He said he's disappointed. This has been a disappointing couple of videos. Well, he left a big long comment, and
don't listen to that. I'm disappointed in you for caring what D Branch or whatever the fuck his name is typing in your comment section.
Well, he's a timer. He's a cool guy. Yeah,
I don't care.
That's like if one of our regulars was disappointed.
No, but look, I'm disappointed in the video you made. Well, okay, well then pick up a phone and make your own goddamn video.
That's the thing. I'm not saying he's terrible. We need to bench him. I'm just saying like maybe he's not. I'm not even saying he's hurt like actively. I'm saying maybe he's not 100% back from his injury last year, and the signs point to that.
That's what he's mad about?
Yeah, like people are pissed, dude. I don't get it.
Oh, jeez, man.
I don't get it, man. It's weird, doing YouTube. It's weird, like the things people latch onto that you don't think they would, Yeah. So I had to set the record straight in my video on my stance, and yeah, I just said like I think that he might not be the same after his injury last time, and if that pisses you off, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Isn't that public knowledge, though? I mean, from what I heard from Rec Talk is that this is a permanent type injury. It's not like there is no such thing as 100% Haynes King from here going forward.
It's not public knowledge. That's what Rec Talk's saying. Well, Rec Talk might have some sources that
yeah, like I'm not going to go into it 100%, but I mean, it does make sense, and is my opinion that like he's going to be a little bit gimpy no matter what.
Mine too. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I guess the difference is I made the video about it, and it's really set people off.
Well, how dare you make a video on a Georgia Tech football channel about a Georgia Tech quarterback injury?
Dude, I had people saying I was not a real fan.
Oh my God,
dude, people were pissed. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully but even still, like I felt like I explained it really well in this new video. And
well, you're not a real fan. I know that. I mean, did you even go to Georgia Tech?
No, I didn't.
Definitely not a real fan. Then.
I'm a t-shirt fan.
Yeah, it eliminates 99% of all fans, which is crazy for any school.
I'm not just saying stuff willy-nilly. I mean, I think like you can see on the field. We have the same sort of play calling tendencies that we had last year when he was actively hurt in Colorado. Like we had the really safe passes, and Haynes King's completion percentage is really high as a result because it's a lot of really short yardage passes and passive screens shit behind the line of scrimmage. And
it is funny that you say that because
I try to take shots
because I made a Georgia Tech Clemson preview video on my channel today, and there was a couple of Georgia Tech people there. Most of them were like, this is an interesting game, but there was a couple of Georgia Tech people in there that were like, sort of took offense to the fact that I said that I don't think Haynes King is a real deep threat against Clemson's defense. And that wasn't a shot at really anybody. It was just, I was like, the guy can't physically throw the ball that far from what I know. Look, I love Haynes King. I mean, I think he's a great quarterback, but I mean, I just don't think that the deep, does anybody look at Georgia Tech and is like, oh my God, that deep threat's really serious? No. So
not with Haynes King in. I mean, look, how many passes did he throw last year more than 20 yards down the field? Not many.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, and I saw a clip on Twitter the other day. It was Sunday, actually. So they played on Saturday, and then they had practice on Sunday, and they were making a big deal of the fact that he was throwing the ball at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Well,
So
they all the beat writers on the for the team are really insistent that he's like fine, and they're like, they even posted, they're like, see these like one guy made a YouTube, and it's not just one, it's like several of the beat writers are very insistent that Haynes King is okay. One of them made like a YouTube video debunking it, and then another guy posted pictures of him warming up before the Gardner-Webb game, and he's like, despite what rumors flying around on Twitter, Haynes King is out here throwing the ball around.
Well, I saw the video, and I wouldn't call what he was doing throwing the ball around. It looked like he was playing catch in his backyard with an 8-year-old, like I do with my kid. So,
Exactly.
Look, I don't know. Look, Haynes King is a problem for Clemson in a lot of ways. I just don't think it's throwing the ball down the field. That's my opinion on it. So
that's most of the country's opinion too, but for whatever reason, a lot of Tech fans are getting offended about it. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
And also, I was seeing some people debating about, would we see Philo in this game at all? And I told Uncle Lou last night on the Lunch Money show, we talked extensively about this game, and I was like, I mean, anything short of Haynes King breaking his leg or spraining his ankle or something, I don't see Philo coming in the game.
That's what my opinion was, but Rectog was saying he thought that we would see both of them.
I tend to think you're going to see both quarterbacks. I don't know to what extent you'll see Philo play. I just know that to win this game, we got to be able to throw the ball.
Rectog, what I'm hearing is you have a different opinion than me. That's really pissing me off.
I'm disappointed in you right now.
So you're of the opinion that you do think that they're going to play two quarterbacks at some point in this game. That's interesting to me, because have they done that recently?
That's how we beat Miami last year.
Yeah, we did it against Miami.
Okay, so because you were down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't think they're going to do it unless they have to.
Yeah. So Rec Talks thinks that they're going to be down to Clemson and then Philo will come in. You think that Clemson's just going to beat them outright?
No, he thinks that the game plan is going to include them both.
Okay. I think there's going to be sets for Philo.
All right.
Like they're going to, they're going to run him out, and it might just be for a play or two, or I don't know.
Well, that's different than a play or two. I mean, Clemson did that against. They do that all the time. A play or two is different than a series or a half or a quarter or whatever.
So you're not thinking that they're going to do it like they did in Miami and just switch them in and out every drive or whatever, or every.
No, I'm not saying he's going to play a play or two for the entire game, but a play or two here, play or two there.
I'm saying like you don't think that they're going to do it like the Miami game where they were basically had equal playing time.
No, I don't think that'll be equal.
What was the situation? And I watched the whole game, and I can't remember exactly how it played out with the quarterback situation. But the Georgia and Georgia Tech game last year that went to whatever eight overtimes, did they switch quarterbacks in and out, or was that all King?
That was all King. Yeah.
That was a huge surprise too, because Aaron Philo started and played the entire game the week before.
Yeah.
They kept that shit a secret. And that's what I'm saying too. The official reason that they gave that King was out this week was a lower body injury, indescript lower body injury. That's why Rectog came up with a theory that was his dingling. But I'm saying like I'm not so sure. And a lot of people too were like, they're like, see, that doesn't prove that his shoulders hurt because they said it was his dingling. His dingling.
Well, they said a lower body extremity.
I'm like, well, they could be lying. They kept the secret, they kept the secret for the Georgia game last year. You don't think they could do the same thing this year?
Make no mistake, the media, as far as that covers the team, is a tool for that coach. So if Brent Key leaks something to the media or lets it be leaked, it's because they want it to get out there.
Did he leak the dingling injury?
No, I'm just saying that all the beat reporters for Tech are like, this is crazy. He's healthy. You know, we're being told he's 100% healthy. I feel like that's because that's what they're being told. Yeah, no, he's 100% healthy. Which is what you would want the narrative to be at this time. If you're Tech.
Do you think he's playing 4D chess and they're going to trot out Philo instead of King? And then, you know, Clemson's been preparing for King, or is King starting? And that's that's that.
Whatever it is, we'll find out on the field. I mean, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be forthcoming about what they're doing.
No, but I do start the game.
They're not saying one way or the other this week. They're saying that they asked him today. He said it's a game time decision.
I don't know anything about anything when it comes to Georgia Tech's injury report or anything. All I know is what I see on on the internet. What you guys tell me. I think they kept out Haynes King last week because they wanted him to be, I would say 100% for this game. Rec Talk would say 85% would be his max. Whatever that number is, I think it's because they were saving him for this game. They didn't want to risk any injury against that whatever high school team he played last week because they knew they had Clemson coming to town this week. So that's my theory.
I said that almost verbatim in my video.
Oh,
I think I 100% think Haynes King is going to start this game. I don't think he's hurt or injured. I don't think he is. I think he just. I think that the reason for the passing deficiency is because he's not quite the same as he used to be. But no, 100%. He took a beating in the Colorado game. So yeah, I think they were sitting him, which is crazy because we've never done that. I don't know. That doesn't seem like something we do, but I don't know.
Well, Clemson's defense is something serious compared to Colorado's.
Right. Right. And we're going to need a great game out of him, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I think it's likely you'll need Philo to come in at some point. Whether that was your game plan or not, it's likely they're not going to change the way they do with Haynes King.
Well, I don't in other words, if Georgia Tech gets up 14 points on Clemson at any point in the game, whether it's the second quarter, third quarter, if they're up by a couple of scores, I don't see why they would take King out if they're winning. If they're down 14 points, that's a different story at home. Then maybe they do trot in Philo to give a different look and run some different plays that maybe King isn't capable of playing that Philo is.
Maybe. I'm not so sure that they with the knee-jerk reaction though. I don't know. Yeah. We've never benched King because of poor play or because we got down. Only because of injury.
Right. Yeah. Forget the quarterback situation and the X's and O's. This is an extremely important game for both teams. I mean, I can only speak for as a Clemson fan that I don't ever like to say that a week 3 game is a do it or a do or die game for any team. But to me, this kind of is for Clemson. I mean, they lost to LSU. They struggled against Troy. They won. They're 1-1. If they start out the season 1-2 and 0-1 in the ACC, I think their season really might be over.
Yeah. Well, so as for us, Reg Talk, when is the last time I don't even know that we've had a game this important in a long time. We've got everything ahead of us as far obviously it's year 3 under Brent Key, Haynes King senior year. We have aspirations to make the ACC title game. This is everything for that.
This is a huge game for both teams, I think.
It's everything
for Tech. Yeah, because Tech's been clawing their way out of this black hole of shittiness. And now you climb out of it and you have a chance to get a big win over who was the preseason favorite to win the cup.
Well, see, I think it's more than that because I think that if you look at, you could say that about nearly any game that we've played under Brent Key, trying to distance ourselves from being shitty. Well, we're not shitty anymore. We're actually good. And this is meaningful to our goals of getting to the ACC championship. So I think it's got even more importance on it just because of that. Like, no one's going to think we're awful if we lose to Clemson.
Well, I'm not.
Well, okay.
Damn.
I'm not saying that, but Key's gone 7 wins and 7 wins. I think if he's going to get over that and to 8 or 9 and what people thought Tech was going to be, it starts with beating Clemson.
I think you're right.
I don't know. We could easily win 8 games if we lose to Clemson or not.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say that Georgia Tech beats Clemson this week. Would that be Brent Key's signature? Would it be the biggest win he's had since he's been there?
Probably Miami not. Last year. Miami last year was probably that. They were 4. They were ranked 4 and undefeated.
I know that, but it means, but you still, whether you beat Miami or not, you still weren't going to win the ACC or make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, so you still have that in front of you if you win this game.
Well, that's like, it's the most important game, I guess, to Dog's point. If you want to talk about biggest, it's probably Miami.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Most important, yeah, definitely Clemson. Yeah. And it's more important now for Clemson because you struggled with Troy last week. If you drop this game, then the narrative around Clemson is going to be that they're done. I mean, who cares about
That's
Clemson?
What I'm saying. I mean, yeah.
Oh. It's definitely interesting that we face you guys like early in the year, you know?
Yeah, so I have mixed feelings about that because Clemson already is coming off a huge game week 1 against LSU. I mean, most of these teams have played 2 nobodies the first week, 2 weeks, and they get sort of a glorified scrimmages, and they get to work things out. Clemson gets thrown into the fire against LSU, and then struggles against Troy in the first half, and now they got to go on the road and play Georgia Tech, who's a good team. Like I love seeing that. I mean, I'm happy this game is happening when it's happening and where it's happening. I think it's great for college football, and as me as a Clemson fan, I'm like, I'm fucking driving there and spending a bunch of money to go there and see it. So I mean, clearly I like it, but I don't know if it's good for them in the long run as the season goes. I think Clemson will get better as long as the season goes along, but also, you know what? I mean, it's not week 1, it's not week 0 anymore. Clemson needs to get their shit together and go out and prove that they fucking are worthy to win the ACC or even be in Charlotte to begin with. And that begins, in my opinion, this weekend in Atlanta. If they lose in Georgia Tech, I'm not like, I have all respect for Georgia Tech, but I'll jump off the Clemson train as far as this season goes. I will, as a fan.
Clemson tends to be better at the end of the year, at the end of the season.
They do. Yeah. This is a huge week for them.
Yeah.
It's a huge week for them. But anyway, so there you go. Let's run through some of the, and we won't spend a whole lot of time on these games from last week because some of them are just obviously bullshit, trash games. Like the first one we're looking at here, Bethune Cookman against Miami, 45-3. There's really nothing to talk about there. The Troy and Clemson game, I think we've really talked about kind of just now. It does kind of bleed over into what the strategy is this week. I know I sent you guys a text message earlier today about, did you see, and maybe I'm wrong here, the press conference with Dabo Swinney today, I think he kind of took a shot at Brian Kelly a little bit. I don't know, did you guys read it that way or not? He said essentially, Clemson has to play better this week than we've played all year in order to beat Georgia Tech. And now, that is true. I mean, first of all, that's true. But also, I think it's sort of a shot at Brian Kelly. If you dig deep into it. I don't know.
Based on what we know about Dabo, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Dabo can be quippy about stuff. So it would fit with kind of his profile. Now, is Georgia Tech as talented or good as a team as LSU? No, I don't think anyone. Well, I wouldn't say that. But I don't know. I mean,
I might be reading too much into it. It might just be him sort of being respectful to Georgia Tech, and not a shot at Brian Kelly.
Remember what he said against or after the game, though. He said that both teams basically did bad.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Which
you know what? I'll tell you what. He was not wrong about what he said, and Brian Kelly took that as a slight, and I don't think that's what he really meant it to be. And then I think so this is where I'm going with this. I think that Dabo said something that was completely true, and he said it's week 1. If this were a final exam on your first day of class, we scored a 58 and LSU scored a 64 or whatever he said, something like that. And they tell Brian Kelly that, and Brian Kelly takes that as a slight, and he goes, well, I don't know if Dabo didn't watch the second half. We dominated them, which is not true. They didn't dominate at any point in the game. They only won by 7 points. And as a matter of fact, they were losing most of the game. And he goes, maybe Dabo didn't even want to see the second half because of how bad it was for them. And so Dabo sees that, and then, instead, Dabo's not the kind of guy who's going to come out and really punch you in the mouth unless it was early Dabo Sweeney years against Steve Spurrier when he actually did say some shit like really outright offensive stuff, like inviting the fight to you. Ever since he won a couple of titles, he's softened up a little bit when it comes to that kind of thing, and I get it. I mean, you don't want to be a bully, to a coach like Brian Kelly who's never won fucking shit in his life. But he does take these little side jabs if you really pay attention to him. And I think that's kind of what this was when he said that. Maybe it wasn't. That's the way that I read it, though.
I thought he was right, too. And, it's not even like he said that they did bad. It's just like, if you understand the reference he was making, if you take your final, you always do really bad, if he was
Brian Kelly's a soft pussy. So there is that.
Well, I don't know there's a lot of coaches that seem to be that way, that get offended really easily lately, doesn't there?
Yeah.
Kelly's one of them. I think you're right too. It could be. I do think he's pretty well respected in coaching circles. I'm not just saying that because he's Georgia Tech's coach. He does have a 6. What is it? He's 6-1 against ranked ACC teams. So I mean, could be some respect to Key too. Probably more fuck Brian Kelly though, right?
Yeah, I've watched every Dabo Sweeney press conference in the past 18 years or whatever, and I can sort of tell whenever he's doing a side dig, and I think that's what that was. Without, you have to read between the lines a little bit, but anyway, look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Clemson, the way they came out against Troy last week was absolutely fucking embarrassing. There's there's no way to put a spin on it. You can't say it was the first game of the season, and they played LSU the week before. They were just terrible in every single way in the first half. I don't know what the fuck happened in the second half at halftime, but they looked in the third quarter against Troy. They looked like what everybody in the media and me and you and everybody else expected them to look like against LSU, and in the first half against Troy. But there's really no excuse for it. Cade Klubnik looked like a deer in headlights, really for virtually the entire game against LSU. Not most of that or all of that was his fault. The offensive line was terrible. It just looked bad. Now, but it's like I said in my video today. I'm not Paul level. Paul's ready to fire Dabo Sweeney, Garrett Riley, the towel boy, burn down Death Valley, and just start over from scratch and rebuild that thing from fucking bricks and mortar. I'm not on that level yet, and a lot of fans are on that level. But this is the same team virtually that and same quarterback too, same offensive line, same quarterback. Different running backs, I'll give you that. Same wide receiver core, maybe even better than last year. We added a guy from the transfer portal who had a touchdown last week against Troy. Same defense, really, as last year. And this is a team that went to the playoffs, won the ACC. Cade Klubnik threw for 3,600 yards and 36 touchdowns. So it's not like this team is inexperienced and doesn't know how to win and put up stats, because we saw them do it last year. But I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I will give Dabo Sweeney credit on this. He called Cade Klubnik out after the LSU game. He called the entire team out. He called the coaching staff out. He called himself out. So it's not like I don't think they're not in Clemson's, even the coaching circle, even Dabo Swinney is not just going out there and going, oh yeah, we're going to be fine. You know, it's just, you know, we a little early in the season, blah, blah, blah. Like they're acknowledging that they've got to change shit there. And he said today that he thinks that all of the preseason hype and love that Clemson was getting in the media and nationally went to the players' heads in the offseason, and they bought into it. And he even mentioned Nick Saban. He said, "You remember when Saban said about the rat poison? Yeah, the guys on this team were eating that rat poison." Dang. And so that's why to me this game against Georgia Tech is so much more important. Like, how will they respond to the adversity that they've seen these first 2 weeks? Because I believe that this team can win. I don't know if look. I'm not saying they're the best team in the ACC. I'm not saying they're a playoff caliber team. And I'm goddamn sure not saying they're a national championship caliber team. But they're better than what they've looked like the first 2 weeks. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. So I mean, from me watching them, it looks like they have different scripts. Your players do sometimes, where it's like, oh, we just weren't all on the same page, and we're all kind of doing things individually. Not that they're playing as individuals, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gelling. Sorry,
I just actually X'd out of ESPN, which is what I was looking at. Shit.
Stop mistreating Peete, computers.
Well, I did that to myself. I got to pull this back up here.
You're not gelling.
No, I'm not. It's a miracle I can even do this show at all.
For all of us.
If it weren't for my good looks and charisma, there would be no PigskinPeete YouTube channel.
Yeah. Thank God for that. Thank God we're all beautiful, or we couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, I do have to hop off.
Okay.
But, I appreciate it, guys. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. See you on Friday afternoon around 3:00.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I think I found it again. Yes, I did. What week is it? I think it's a week 2. All right, yeah. So there we go. So there you go with the Clemson rant. I'm off my soapbox now about that. South Carolina State and South Carolina. South Carolina has a lot of the same. What? This is not ACC. What is going on here?
You started talking about.
Yeah. Well, I'm on autopilot when it comes to college football. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Who did they even play? South Carolina State, right?
Yeah, they played South Carolina State last week.
Too, didn't they?
Yeah, they've got a lot of Clemson problems. Honestly, South Carolina does. They've got offensive line problems for sure. And they got a big game this week too against Vanderbilt, which is a great. I hope we should be back at Rec Talks by that time. I think that's a plan. Yeah, they play at 7 or 7.
No, we're gonna be at the game. That game's at 1.
I thought the game's. Hold on, there's Vandy Dandy. What time's that? I thought it came on at 7 or 7:30. It's a primetime game.
I'm very sad we're gonna miss it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we looked at the game times the other night. It's the only good game we're gonna miss that day.
No, you're wrong. It's a night game.
No.
Yes, it's at 7:45.
Really?
On the SEC network. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. The other night we were looking at it and it was a freaking all the times were wrong. So I don't know. Maybe I'm glad that's great news.
Yeah, I was happy about it when I saw it. I was like, oh, we'll get to watch that. I might actually stream. We could stream from Rex's house during that game.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. Anyway, where's I at here?
South Carolina drop kick fucking Vanderbilt into hell where they belong.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think about that game. I mean, I think Vanderbilt's pretty good. I don't know. I think I think that's going to be a one-score game. I don't know who's going to win though. I won't bet on that one. There's no way.
Yeah.
That should be a good one though. Anyway, Illinois and Duke. Boy, shit. 45-19. That was an absolute dog walk there. Maybe I was wrong about Illinois. I don't know who was more wrong about, Duke or Illinois. Now I wasn't as high on Duke as like Slim Shady was, but I don't know who.
What?
Sorry, my wife just interrupted me. I don't even know what I was saying now.
Illinois and Duke.
Oh, so we had Duke at
Illinois.
What did we have them at? 9-4? No, that's what they were last year. Right? They were 9-4 last year.
I think we had them winning at least 8 games.
I'll tell you in a minute here.
I thought they'd be pretty good.
Looking through my notes. Oh my God! So they were 9-3 last year. I can't even believe what we had them at this year. We had them at 10-2.
Dang.
And according to my notes here, we had them beating Illinois, and they got drubbed. We definitely wrong about that. I don't know if it says more about Illinois or it says more about Duke, but
or what it says about us,
or all three put together.
I don't know. Yeah, we're not doing so hot this year. I don't think on our picks. Like
it's still early in the season. I mean, there's still plenty of time for some of these teams that we said were bad to lose. So
or that we're good to win,
or that. Anyway, look, I think we were more wrong about Illinois than we were wrong about Duke.
We were on the money with North Carolina.
Yeah, I wasn't buying into the Illinois hype there. Well, everyone's right about North Carolina. Anybody outside of Chapel Hill was not expecting this thing to go well in North Carolina, and it's going from bad to worse. Did you see that he's banning the Patriots scouts from coming there? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was his girlfriend's idea to do that. It sounds to me like some.
They kicked you out.
That's just insane. The Florida State score they almost scored 80 points on East Texas A&M. And look, I think Florida State's very good. Obviously, everybody is shocked at the way they're bouncing back from a 2-10 season, and maybe we're wrong about Florida State. I'm willing to say all of those things. But running up 77 points on something called East Texas A&M, I don't know what they're like. Really,
I don't understand why people are making such a big deal about blowing out FCS teams.
It's not blowing out. 77 points, 77-3. Whatever. A great.
Alabama posted a freaking graphic that they won 79-0.
Yeah,
and they were like, "We're not dead yet," or something like that. It's like, bro.
All right. Well, good for Florida State. And we'll talk about them more in a minute. Baylor at SMU. Baylor. Oh my God, this was one of the best games of the week. For anybody who didn't see this game, it went to double overtime. SMU in the second overtime misses a field goal of 30 yards or whatever it was, and then so all Baylor had to do was kick a short field goal to win it, which is what they did. But this game was just a back and forth dogfight. I don't think anything less of SMU. I still think SMU is a very good team. I don't think anything less of them because of this loss to Baylor. This is a big win for Baylor, too. They really needed this win.
Yeah.
So, there's that one. This one was so disappointing to me. I'm telling you, outside...
I can't see. Do you have ESPN?
Do I have it on the screen anymore? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, outside of Clemson's performance against Troy in the first half, this was the most disappointing game.
This game was amazing
to me. I watched the whole thing too.
I did too. That game was really, really good.
Yeah.
I know you're not stoked on the.
It was a good game. I don't like the outcome necessarily. I was really pulling for Virginia. I mean, really. I was pulling up for them almost like they were Clemson.
Yeah.
In this game, that would have been a huge win for Tony Elliott and the Wahoos. But man,
look, I don't think Virginia's that bad this year.
I think they're decent.
I think they can make a bowl.
Yeah, I do too. I really wish they would have won this game though. And look, I'll give credit to NC. You guys know how I feel about NC State. You know what? It's not even NC State I hate. I just hate their head coach. I hate Dave Doran.
Yeah.
And so I just want him to fail at everything in life. But
there's a certain other coach in the ACC that I feel that way about that blue balled me this week too.
Who's that?
That'd be Fran Clown.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, you give credit to NC State. They made the plays when they needed to, obviously. And look, CJ Bailey's a good quarterback. So I hate saying good things about NC State, so I was going to move on. Pittsburgh took care of Central Michigan, blew them out. Syracuse, like you were just talking about, wow.
Dude, they had to go into overtime to beat freaking
UConn, yeah.
UConn, are you kidding me?
They actually did win the game, but I didn't watch the entire thing, but I was flipping back and forth, and actually UConn kind of outplayed Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were winning the whole game.
I know. Yeah.
We picked them to go 5-7 in the offseason, and I think we're gonna probably be right on the money because that honestly, like I thought we were being harsh on them in that case, but no, I think Syracuse sucks, and I can't wait till we kick their ass.
Almighty Finn in the comment section says, "Hey Pete, why do you hate NC State's head coach?" There's not enough time on this show for me to go into that.
Have you ever watched the ACC show before?
Maybe not. You might be new to the show. I have gone on 20 and 30-minute long tirades about Dave Doran. So I don't know what to tell you. If you even get me going, that we won't finish this show.
Yeah. That's fine.
I would love to answer your question, except for the fact that I literally just can't time wise. There's really nothing I like about him at all. Anyway, Georgia Tech 59-12 over Gardner-Webb. Is there anything you want to say about that other than the fact that, obviously Haynes King didn't play, Philo played? I mean, is there anything to take out of that?
Yeah. Remember how we turned the ball over 3 times to start the game against Colorado?
Yeah.
We turned the ball over twice to start the game against Gardner-Webb.
Yeah, Reg told me that Georgia Tech is 128th in the country in turnovers.
That's brutal, dude. That is so brutal.
I think the worst in the Power 4.
Yeah. Now, unlike against Colorado, we were on the receiving end of some turnovers too. But I don't know. Everybody got to play. Aaron Philo. Hopefully that he's got it out of his system and he's got his feet wet a little bit and he started the whole game and he played good. So besides the turnovers, but yeah, hopefully we got that out of our system because if we do that against Clemson, we'll lose.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I think they left out Haynes King looking forward to Clemson and probably the right move. Because, what's the word? Like, you don't want your star quarterback in Haynes King to twist his ankle playing Gardner-Webb.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck, then you're left without him against Clemson. So I think that was the right move. So, Wake Forest took care of Western Carolina. I'm trying to move through these because we haven't even talked about this week's games yet. Oh my God, this was disappointing. Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech. Now, I don't know if this says more about Vanderbilt or more about Virginia Tech. In my opinion, it says more about Vanderbilt because we saw Virginia Tech play week 1 against South Carolina. And maybe I'm totally off base here. I think South Carolina's a pretty good team. I'm not saying they're going to win the SEC. I'm not going to say they're going to make the playoffs, but I think they have a solid team there. They have some issues, like a lot of teams do, but I think they're a pretty solid team. So this was an absolute fucking beatdown, dude. 44-20.
It was close for a little bit.
For the first half, Vanderbilt completely smacked them down in the second half. They had no chance.
So I actually have a little bit of a rant I want to go on here about Virginia Tech, because there was absolutely no freaking excuse to lose to freaking Vandy, dude. You get them, you go there last year and lose, like, okay, but you get them at home this year. And supposedly, you've already lost to one SEC team. You're freaking not representing the ACC very well. Come on. 0-2 to start the year against the SEC. You're going to be on my shit list. Like, what is wrong with you? You don't have any freaking reason. I don't know. They're just so disappointing and mid to me, because, they were they've been hyped up kind of in this past couple of years, and they've just been mid or disappointing.
Vandy Dandy says Georgia Tech
pretending like Lane Stadium is this insane environment that's hard to win at. Because
that's not true.
Easy to do.
It's not true.
Easy to do.
You're right.
It makes no difference whether they're at home or on the road. Virginia Tech sucks, dude. This is so disappointing. I'm so disappointed in them. I was actually cheering for them, which is disgusting enough that I'm cheering for the damn freaking Hokies. I hate those bastards. But even I wanted them to beat Vanderbilt and freaking show up for the ACC and get their head out of their ass, but they freaking don't. They suck. And it pisses me off. What's wrong with them? 44-20? There's no freaking reason. What was that meltdown in the second half? Like, what are you doing? You kept the game close for a while.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you that Virginia Tech is not a scary place to play. I don't care if you play Metallica before your fucking entrance. That has nothing to do with football.
It used to be Slim's here.
Oh, yes.
It used to be, it used to mean something, dude. And Virginia Tech, for me, like, honestly, I grew up in the Coastal Division. Like, they were a big rival of the two Techs. Like, Virginia Tech, to me, is synonymous with football, honestly. Like, I got to visit Blacksburg last year. Like, it was an awesome place, and it just, like... Yeah,
I've been to a game there. I went to a Clemson and Georgia, Virginia Tech game in 2011, it was, I think. Taj Boyd, quarterback. That was a top 10 matchup at the time. Yeah, it was a great place to go see a game. I have no it was awesome.
It's a cool college town.
Yeah,
and they have a nice campus and everything.
Yeah, the campus is beautiful.
But it's like why are you suck so bad for so long, dude?
Yeah, they're in a bad way.
It's synonymous with football, and they just.
I think that Brent Pry might have one outside of Billy Napier at Florida. I'm trying to think of the hottest of the hot seats. He might have the hottest seat in the ACC right now for sure.
Well, they showed promise last year, and everybody was excited for him, and they had,
Did they really, though?
I'm sorry, the year before, the end of the year or whatever it was, they won, 4 of their last games or whatever, and everybody was excited about them, and then they just turned out to be mid. And they hired Brent Pry the same time we hired Key, and I don't know. I saw them as a bit of a rival, and I thought that we could rise in the ranks together. But they're freaking falling behind. They suck, and they're a disappointment.
Yeah, I second and maybe even third all of those things that you just said about them. Who was it?
There's no Virginia Tech fans here to answer for this.
Well, we do have ourselves to blame. For some reason, we had on the ACC show, we picked them to go 8-4 this year, which is insane.
That's partly my fault.
Yeah, I think I'm blaming that all on you, actually.
Okay.
They're not.
Listen,
they're not.
That's why I got these broad shoulders. I can carry that weight.
They're not winning 8 games, and they might not even make a bowl game. And I don't really think that Brent Pry is going to be the head coach there next. And I mean, unless they go on some insane streak here in the next 6 weeks, I think he's done there. I do.
Well, geez, that's honestly a little. I wouldn't even go that far. I don't know. Don't you think it's a little soon to fire him?
No.
3 years.
They're fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, they're better than they were under Justin Fuente.
Yeah, they're not like I don't know. They're disappointing based on.
Is that a high bar to set?
Well, yes, that's like saying you're better than Larry Fedora's North Carolina.
Yeah, that's like
team,
saying, I was dating this
improvement.
girl. I mean, she's really fat, but she was only 300 pounds instead of 400.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I'll give Vanderbilt credit. I think Vanderbilt's a pretty good team, but the beat down, Virginia Tech should have at least kept that competitive, which they didn't.
Yeah, they should have won. No, they should have won, dude.
Forget that.
Weren't they leading at halftime?
Bragging about their traditions, bragging about their freaking home field advantage. Well, it doesn't exist, dude.
And of course, the people in the comment section are going about SEC this, SEC that. Forget the conferences. Virginia Tech had no business getting their ass whipped that bad at home. There's really no excuse for it. I don't care if they were playing fucking Ohio State. It's just no excuse for it.
SEC all you want. That fucking Vanderbilt beat Alabama, the crown jewel of that conference for the last 2 decades.
Moving on, Boston College. Boy, talk about another heartbreaking loss. This was a double over. How many did you guys see any of this game? Boston College and Michigan State.
Oh yeah, dude. That quarterback is good.
Yeah, he is good.
College.
He is really good.
I didn't see a snap of
He came from Bama, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
was.
he's good. Bama should have kept him instead of Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson doesn't know what he's doing.
If I'm not mistaken, that's like his third or fourth. I don't think he was recruited by Bama. It's like his a third or fourth stop. But anyway, that doesn't matter. This game was unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable. 42-40, 82 points scored in this game. Boston College they have a look. Michigan State is not very good, so I'm not going to be build up Boston College like there's some kind of world beater here. But they have a legit offense, for sure. Now, how that will play out in the ACC, I don't think Boston College is one of the teams that we're going to be talking about for a chance to go to Charlotte at the end of the day. But that offense, they might be one of the spoilers in the ACC, and we see this every year.
I mean, is anybody surprised with Bill O'Brien as the head coach, though?
I'm not. Well, I'm not.
You shouldn't be.
He's done a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, despite what Alabama fans say about Bill O'Brien's time, I mean, they kind of sound like Georgia fans when it comes to Bobo. Bill O'Brien was not Alabama's problem when he was there.
I agree. I agree with you. Vandy Danny, thank you for the super chat. He says, Sea-Dog, do you forget Vandy embarrassed Georgia Tech too? Vandy ran you off the field. We're talking about 2025 games. I mean, thank you for the
What? Is he bringing up freaking Vandy? What? Oh my God, he's super chatted.
Yeah.
Vandy ran you off the field. Jeez, man. Wow, congrats. You're freaking, guess what? You're going back to being freaking Vandy, and we're on to our ACC title hopes. So you're gonna freaking leave you in the dust. Congrats on your amazing pop-off. What did you win? 7, 8 games? Good job. That's the best freaking year in the history of your school.
Well, that's not true.
It's the biggest game you've ever won.
Yeah, I'm about to say Franklin actually won 9 games there. I mean, that should be a count against the SEC. Franklin can win 9 games at Vanderbilt, but he can't do it at fucking Penn State.
That's a good point. All right, we got to get to these next week's games. Stanford and BYU. Boy, easiest money ever made. Easiest money. I mean, you know what? I should have bet $1 million. I don't have $1 million. I should have made $1 million bet on that. Because holy shit, Stanford is definitely the worst team in the ACC. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Is there anybody even close to how bad they are?
Wake Forest, North Carolina.
I don't know. I think they're worse.
We were arguing over this.
Does North Carolina and Stanford play each other? They need to.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Oh God Almighty!
I will be watching that game with bated breath.
Toilet ball.
When do they play? I got to stream that.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I don't even know what to say about Stanford. I mean, you know what? I take that back. I said it's not even close. It is kind of close. It is close between North Carolina and Stanford, but North Carolina does have a win in this, which is something Stanford doesn't have. So there is that. This week, the Thursday night game, NC State and Wake. Boy, I don't want to talk about it. NC State will win that. Wake Forest is no good.
Yeah, Wake Forest is bad. That's a Thursday night?
It's Thursday night. Yeah.
I love Thursday night games.
Thursday night on ESPN.
But watch football on Thursday
boy,
night.
I'll tell you one thing. No, I don't think it's going to happen. Look, NC State will probably win this by 3 scores. But if they don't, y'all might as well go ahead and unsubscribe from PigskinPeete next week on the ACC show. If NC State loses at Wake Forest, y'all might as well go ahead and cancel Christmas, call your grandmother, whatever you got to do. Hit the unsubscribe button. Y'all won't be able to handle me on next Tuesday's show. So,
I mean, would that be equivalent to Dave Dorn losing to a Down syndrome patient?
Casket.
Oh boy. Let's see. Colgate at Syracuse at 7 p.m. Anyone talk about that? I mean, that should be a win for Syracuse if they don't win that. And holy shit, the ACC is even worse than a lot of people in the comment section are actually saying they are.
The biggest winner of that game will be Syracuse's Fran Brown's wife, because he will take a shower after the game because they should win it.
Yeah.
Did y'all see him making? I didn't bring this up, but did y'all see him making them do quote unquote sprints after the game?
I did. I saw a clip of that on Twitter.
And they were basically, it wasn't even sprints. It was like a lackadaisical freaking jog. Everything is just he's just such a fake freaking phony poser. Everything is so performative with Fran Brown. He really grinds my gears.
He really, I love Sea-Dog. He insults people like he's 50 years old or 60 years old. That really grinds my gears. I'll tell you, you young whippersnappers, you know what? I'm going to go get a switch and teach you a lesson.
Yeah, with his loud music and his
all that loud music,
his
pants
hip-hop
sagging.
freaking music.
I love Sea-Dog.
I'm getting fired up for this football season, man. This has been great so far.
Yeah.
I really, really miss this.
So I don't want to be a stick in the mud here. We're coming up to Clemson and Georgia Tech on the schedule here, but we spent literally 30 minutes at the beginning of the show talking about this. I don't really know what else to say about it than what we already talked. I mean, we had Rec Talk, Sea-Dog, me. We talked about this game in depth, like covered every corner of it. So I don't really want to go back into that. But Slim is here. Slim, you weren't here at the beginning of the show when we went over this game. What are your thoughts on the Clemson and Georgia Tech?
I mean, I want to say Clemson can lose this game considering how they've played so far this year. That being said, I've said the key to Georgia Tech's season is going to be keeping Haynes King healthy. And to the best of our knowledge, he's not. And I do think Clemson's defense is better than it was last year. That could really spell trouble for not just this game for Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech's season.
Yeah. It sounds like you're again, you weren't here, so you don't know, but you're regurgitating a lot of or reiterating a lot of the things that we said and went over with, as far as the importance of this game for both teams and the health of Haynes King. So you're right on par with what we were talking about. If anybody in the comment section was not here at the first part of the show and didn't hear us talk about Clemson and Georgia Tech, because that's one of the bigger games in the ACC this week, it might be the biggest. We'll talk about Miami in a minute. That's also a big one. But just, rewatch the show and go back and listen to it. I don't want to repeat the, 30 minutes worth of dialogue at this point.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. So that's all I'll say about about that. William and Mary in Virginia is just whatever. I'm going to skip over that. SMU and Missouri State, we'll skip over that. Pittsburgh at West Virginia. This is obviously interesting because it's one of the bigger rivalries in the country that nobody cares about outside of these two schools. I do, though. West Virginia lost to Ohio. No, not Ohio State, Ohio last week. And, oh, boy, our boy is down real bad after that loss.
I'll be right back. I got to pee.
Okay.
And poor Nick DTV thought old Rich Rod was going to be the savior.
I know. I've got Pittsburgh winning this game. The game's in West Virginia this year. Last year it was in Pittsburgh. Now, a lot of people say when in these kind of rivalries you can throw the records out the window. Of course, it's only week 3, so I mean the records aren't really relevant anyway. But I don't know, man. West Virginia looks so bad. I mean, really bad against Ohio. It's not even who I care about. I mean, first of all, I don't care who wins this game. I want to see a good competitive game just for entertainment purposes. But I don't know. I'm off. Look, Rich Rod might get things straight in West Virginia at some point, but he took over a bad program. That's the reason he's back there. I mean, there's no. I don't think anybody's disputing that.
Pitt has freaking beat ever since the Backyard Brawl came back. Pitt has won like all but one of them. Is that right? They keep winning. They
keep winning this game, and I think West Virginia's a bad team. I don't think it's Rich Rod's fault. I think it's he took over a bad situation and he's trying to rebuild it, and this just ain't the year. Pittsburgh has an established head coach, and I just think they're better. I mean, I don't know how else to put that. So give me Pitt in this one.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you. I think West Virginia's just bad.
Yeah.
And they looked really bad against Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, West Virginia fans, and your team's no good. So, better luck next year, I guess. It's going to be a long year for the West Virginia Mountaineers, and rest in peace to Golden Blue Dude. Richmond at North Carolina. Well, it's a good thing that North Carolina is playing another nobody team, the Spiders. What's Richmond's mascot? What are they actually called?
The Spiders.
They are called the Spiders. Okay.
Maybe it's arachnids.
Bill Belichick will most likely get his second win, and after 3 weeks will be a winning program, a winning team, sitting there high on his horse at 2-1. He might even get an extra pillow from his girlfriend if she allows to have him that at night after this beat down that North Carolina is going to put on Richmond. But nobody cares about that game, including me. Here we go. Outside of Georgia Tech and Clemson. Well, I don't know. Look, obviously Georgia Tech Clemson means the most to me. I'm a Clemson fan. Sea-Dog's a Georgia Tech fan. But maybe this might be the best game in the ACC this week.
Honestly,
South Florida and Miami. Now,
I don't know about that.
Okay, here's the thing. First of all, it's a shame that it's being broadcast on the CW. This should be a primetime 7:30 at night game on ESPN or ABC. That's what it should be.
It would be with ranked on ranked.
It should be. The problem is they make these schedules before the season starts. And the CW pays $5 for ACC games every week, and they're about to have the highest rated game that's ever been posted on that network, period. I can't think of a better one.
I don't think this is going to be
okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying is that you think Miami's going to go out there and wipe the floor of South Florida. That doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is from a rank standpoint. There's however you think this game's going to go, there's a lot of people going to have their eyeballs on this football game.
Yeah, it's strange that they can't. I don't understand. Like, you can't move the slot, or did they like, was this set in stone before this week, or did they set
Yes.
this after?
No, it was already set in
Set in
stone.
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. You should be able to move things around based on how good.
Yeah, the
teams are.
CW games are different than the other games. They're predetermined before the season starts.
Well,
That's the way that's the way that I understand it, because it's the CW and nobody fucking cares about the CW. So they go, okay. So before the season starts, they're looking at these games and they go, okay, well, South Florida is going to be dog shit, and we don't know about Miami, what they're going to look like. So let's put it on the CW. That's that. But then it turns out South Florida's got two of the best wins, maybe the two best wins in all of the nation, and Miami is on fire and they look really good. So they're ranked number 5. So you have a top 20 matchup, 5 versus 18, and it's stuck at 4:30 in the afternoon on the CW. The worst network to broadcast it on, along with the worst time slot together. This is insane. Now, luckily, I have to see. Well, I won't be here. I won't be home this weekend anyway. I'll be in Atlanta. But even if I was, luckily, I have I have the CW network. But and I would watch it definitely. But so as far as the actual game goes, I said last night on the Lunch Money Show, I'm taking South Florida in the points. It's plus 17 is what, I don't know what it is now. That's what it was last night. Plus 17. I think Miami will win the game. I think they're way better. The game's in Miami. I think that South Florida is going to run into a wall that they haven't seen. First of all, I don't think Boise State's really that good. They're not the Boise State of last year. So kudos to them for beating them at home. I don't think Florida's very good. I don't know. It took a miracle basically for them to beat Florida, but Florida's an infinitely more talented team than South Florida is. I think South Florida's a really good quarterback. Really good players all around. I don't think they stack up anywhere close to Miami. I think that they can keep this game interesting long enough to at least cover the spread. So I think Miami wins this by 14 points. Is what I'm getting at here. Now, a lot of people think Miami's just going to go on there and just mop the floor of South Florida, and maybe that's the case. I mean, we'll learn a lot about both of these teams this weekend. If South Florida even keeps this close, they're legit. If Miami just goes out there and blows them off the map, they're legit. And I already think Miami is legit, but that will solidify it for me.
I got to take a work call. Hang on.
All right. What do you think, Slim?
Well, look at it like this. Do you think Miami's offense is drastically worse than last year?
No. I'm not even sure. Hold on. That's weird that you said it that way. I'm not even sure that there were. Dude, look. Is Cam Ward a better quarterback than Carson Beck? Yeah. But you're talking about the entire offense. I'm not sure that Miami's offense as a whole is worse at all than last year. They might even be better.
Okay. Do you think Miami's defense is better or worse than last year?
Better.
Okay. This is a team we beat 50-15 last year.
Right.
I think it might be close for half. South Florida kept it close till halftime last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably very similarly how it'll go this year.
So I get your point, and you make some valid points there. But this is not South Florida of 2024. It's South Florida of 2025, and it's Miami of 2025. And by the way, I'm not betting on this. I'm picking South Florida to cover the points, but I'm actually not putting money on it because I'm not that confident about it. So it's just a feeling I have. I feel like there's some, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But either way, I'm picking Miami to win and win convincingly. I think South Florida's good enough this year to keep it more interesting than the score that you said last year. That's all.
I'm not saying it's going to be as lopsided as last year. I think the game will go similarly, but I do think Miami will cover the spread. Yeah. I could see them winning this game by 21-24.
Yeah, that's definitely not out of the question. But I would not be surprised to see South Florida put up a fight and keep this thing interesting for, at least 3 quarters or so. I mean, I would be shocked to see South Florida win it outright. That would be crazy. Let me ask you a question. I think we're all on the same page here. Miami's better than South Florida. We think we're all going to win. Let's get past that. If, in some fantasy land, South Florida were to beat Miami, where would you have South Florida ranked next week? If you in the Slim Shady Canes AP rankings or the Slim Shady Canes rankings?
Top 10.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I'd have them top 5 probably. That would be 3. They'd be the only
argument there. Yeah,
they'd be the only team with 3 ranked wins, and 2 of them on the road.
Yeah, pick up your shot.
The only one.
I can't argue with that logic. I really can't.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully for you that doesn't happen, and I don't think it will. But so there you go. Anyway, regardless of what you think about South Florida or Miami in the ACC, this is one of the better games of the week, or at least I don't know if it's gonna be the one. It might not end up being a good game. Maybe Miami does blow them out, but it's going to be one of the more interesting games that people are going to tune into until it is a blowout. If that's what happens, that's if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, and I tend to agree. I think that's probably the way it's going to go.
Yeah. Now, this game's not interesting because we just got done talking about Virginia Tech and how disappointed we are, and we think they're just no good, and I think that's really kind of probably true. But Old Dominion, it should be called Old Reliable because Old Dominion's been a thorn in Virginia Tech's side for the past. Did they play them every? You know what? The Old Dominion might as well join the ACC because they play Virginia Tech every year.
Yeah, well, we were talking about that. Virginia Tech signed a contract to play Old Dominion for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's like, Clemson signed that contract with Notre Dame to play them every year for 10 years. Yeah, Virginia Tech did it with Old Dominion. If you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, I would be like, oh, Virginia Tech's going to manhandle them. This game's in Tech. But I don't know, man. Upset alert again?
I mean, maybe. I mean, listen, I don't know. Everything pointed to Virginia Tech being better this year. I mean, they really did.
Well,
they're returning a lot offensively, defensively. Their quarterback was pretty good. Yeah, he got hurt, but he was coming back. I don't know, man.
I don't know either. To be honest,
like I don't. I'll have to take the heat for that.
I don't know anything about Old Dominion, so I'm not going to even make a comment about that. I'm just so disappointed in Virginia Tech. I'm like you got kids, Slim. You know how when you're like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just disappointed in Virginia Tech and Brent Pry.
I had one of those moments today at work. I wasn't like, I get, well, that's kind of a lie. I mean, yeah, I was mad, but it was more disappointing than anything.
Yeah. So disappointing. Virginia's better than Virginia Tech. Would you agree with that? This year.
Ooh.
I think they are.
They're showing more fight. I'll give them that.
I don't know what that says about South Carolina. Because that was their signature win so far this year. I guess we'll find out this week when they play Vanderbilt. Duke at Tulane. Heartbreaking loss for your Blue Devils last week. That's your second team, right?
No, it's not my second team. But once again, another one that, you would think would continue to progress.
Oh, no, bro.
I don't know.
Now, talk about a team that I think we massively underrated. And I think we're both on the same page as far as this goes. I thought Cal was going to be just dog shit.
What?
This year. And I'll tell you what, they might be the most surprising team in all of the ACC. So far. And look, we're only 2 weeks in, so it's not like, I'm not saying Cal's like going to the playoffs or anything, but holy shit, man. They look good. Has anybody in the comments section, have y'all seen them play? That quarterback's something serious.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
I'm talking up Cal here.
Oh yeah, Cal's not bad.
The most surprised. Well, maybe it's because I had such low expectations of them this year that I'm so surprised. And again, I'm not saying they're world beaters. I'm not saying they're going to win the ACC or anything along those lines. But to me, they are so far after 2 weeks, they're the most surprising team in the ACC in a good way.
I actually seen some Cal fans talking a little crazy on Twitter.
Well, that's gonna happen. Now we'll see what. Look, it's not like they have played elite competition or anything. I'm not saying anything like that, but
we had them 3-9 or 4.
Yeah, we had them at 3-9.
Yeah, so they won't go 3-9.
They're already 2-0. They're already 7. Yeah. They're almost all the way to the door.
They play UNC too, so that's a guaranteed win.
Yeah. So well, I don't know. I've gone from 3-9. And again, I'm not going to go through the schedule right now. I don't know. They might win 8 or 9 games.
Jeez, I don't know about that.
I do.
Are they that good?
Yeah. I'm not 100% sold, but I am leaning. I'm leaning Cal.
Who did they beat?
Week 1, they beat the absolute tar out of Oregon State. I think it was.
Yeah.
Oregon State looks abysmally bad.
Yeah. Who is I don't even know who they played. Whoever they played last week, they beat the shit out of them too. I can't remember who. It was probably a cupcake game. But have you seen them play though? I forget who they're playing. Have you seen them?
No.
You need to watch them.
By the time they come on.
And they play Minnesota this week, which really is not that good.
That'll be more of a test than what they've faced so far.
Yeah. This will be the late game. This is the 10:30. This is the West Coast time game. Minnesota has to travel to California. Give me the Golden Bears. I love Bears. I love Jack Nicklaus. I love Aaron Rodgers, who just absolutely destroyed the Jets this week. I love what's his name? Anyway, I like the Bears in this. They're about to start the season 3-0, bro.
Are we gonna finally prove that the Golden Bear is superior to the Golden Gopher?
Yes.
Woke versus boat.
Yes.
Right.
I'm on the Cal train.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
On the Minnesota train.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm not on the Minnesota train.
Yeah, well, that's I'm on the Cal train and off of the row the boat train.
Yeah.
Both. So that tells you where I stand on that.
Row the boat train. I think you're going to be saying row the boat for a long time.
I love the boat, and I love the oar, and I love rowing whatever even resembles an oar. So you're right. Anyway, I'm on the Cal train. Cal by 14 against Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Spread?
I don't even know, but if it's less than 14, take Cal.
Take the over.
Spread is actually Cal is a 2-point underdog.
Wow. Cal on the money line.
Yeah.
Give me Cal on. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I can't even believe why are they underdogs in that game. That is weird. I don't know. Maybe somebody's hurt. Maybe the quarterback's hurt or something, and I don't know that. Anything outside of that, I'm taking Cal.
Our old backup went there. Which I'm wishing him well. So no, it looks like he's not there.
Now this last game. There's really nothing to say about it. It's Boston College at Stanford. Can you look up what's the line on that? How much is Boston College favored by? That's what I want to know.
It doesn't matter. They're covering it.
I know.
I can pull it up.
Stanford's so bad. I can't even believe that they actually might be worse than North Carolina. I think they are. They're the worst team in the ACC. They might be the worst team in the Power 4.
Boston College are 12.5-point favorites.
Yeah, they'll fuck. They'll win by 50. I'm okay. Maybe not 50. 27.
So, dude, Stanford might legitimately go 0-12. They don't play an FCS team.
Yeah.
They have Hawaii, BYU.
Well,
which
you know what? We were talking about how we were wrong about a couple teams on the ACC predictions. We were right about. We had them going 1-11.
Yeah, we did.
So
I'm going 0-12.
San Jose State is their best shot now at winning.
They legit might go 1-11 or 0-12. I'm being serious. This is not a troll job or what. I mean, this isn't me, being dumb. They're that bad.
San Jose State is also 0-2.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can take down San Jose State, but they got BC.
No, San Jose State will beat them. I don't know. They might win that one. Well, you're talking about a battle of two bad teams, but Stanford is that bad.
They're losing to Boston College, Virginia, SMU, Florida State, Miami, Pittsburgh. North Carolina is going to be the real question. North Carolina is that's going to be an awesome game. And they go to North Carolina. Unfortunately for them, I guess.
What week is that?
It's week 11.
Damn, I wish it was sooner than that.
It's going to be a climactic finale to the season.
I can't wait for that game. I can't wait for Stanford and North Carolina.
They're going to have like 4 wins between the two.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I don't know why they don't play an FCS team game. Like, they're going to need to get on the board here. But I don't know that they can. They don't play a freaking FCS team.
I'm not sure if they'd beat an FCS team.
I'm not either. It depends on what FCS team it was, but I'm with you.
I think North Dakota State would hang half 100 on them.
Probably.
Oh, well, that's like the Alabama of FCS teams.
I'll tell you what. I agree with Slim. Garrett Roberts in the comments section says Stanford needs to join the group of 5. Now, look, I don't want to go that far. I mean, they're bad this year. I'm not saying they're going to be this bad in perpetuity. I mean, I'm not saying 5 years from now Stanford's going to be dog shit like they are, but this year they're just. I mean, and
they've been gutter dwellers for years.
Only a couple of years.
When's the last time?
They were 3 or 4 years ago. They were decent, and I mean, the further back you go, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, they were really good. Shit, forget decent.
Well,
so I just
you're going back quite a.
I don't think it's a lost cause at Stanford. They're just not good now.
Here, I've got it here. Oh my god, dude. Okay, they're 0-2 this year, 3-9 last year, 3-9 the year before, 3-9 the year before, 3-9 the year before, 4-2 the year before. Wait, 4-2.
That was the COVID year.
4-8 the year before, 9-4 in 2018.
See, there you go. It's like I said, 6, 7 years ago.
Wowie. Wow.
What I'm saying is they're not that far removed from being a good team.
On off a freaking cliff. Haven't made a bowl game since 20.
I mean,
I know they're bad.
Going by some of those records, I would almost assume that they hired Jeff Collins.
But they're not. Look, it's still Stanford. I mean, sometimes teams in programs go through this type of thing for 5, 10, 15 years. But it's still Stanford. They'll get back on their feet. I think what I think Luck might get things turned around there, but he's not going to do it overnight.
No.
So
and I don't know where this thought comes from in college football today that you can do it faster with the portal. Like, name me the guy that did. Name me a guy that turned his team around in a year with the portal and made them a contender with it.
Yeah, they've also changed some of the roles that were putting them at a disadvantage in recruiting. So I think Luck will get things turned around. I'm not saying they're going to turn it around to where, they're a national championship contender every year or whatever. But a respectable team. Right now, they're just so bad that it's embarrassing. It's just
Stanford puts enough. They hurt themselves enough in recruiting by requiring everybody to have a 4.0 GPA.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things they changed. They also changed the enrollment time. There's several things that they're changing with the new era of college football that puts them at a disadvantage. But again, you don't just change things and all of a sudden you have 9-3 Stanford like you had in 2019 or 18 or whatever it was. Like, that shit takes time. So and then the whole scandal with the coach getting fired, and it's just this is the actual definition. We hear rebuild all the time, and most of the times a rebuild is not really a rebuild. It's kind of just like changing a few things. This is an actual rebuild from the ground up, and so you don't build a house in 2 days. Well, some people do. you know what I mean.
Nobody does. It takes about 6 months.
Yeah, you don't build a house in 2 days. So we'll see it. Look, I don't know. It could be a complete disaster with what Andrew Luck's going to do, but I think he's a pretty smart guy and he'll get things turned around there. But he's not going to do it this year. They're just awful. They're the worst team in the ACC. They might be the worst team in the Power Four. I mean, I'm trying to think of one that might be worse than Stanford.
I mean, after this past weekend, Oklahoma State's got to be in consideration.
No.
Gundy is so washed.
I mean, they are bad too, but they're not Stanford level bad. Like I think Oklahoma State would beat Stanford by like 3 touchdowns. Seriously.
I mean, Oregon is a really good team. I mean, they're a natty contender. So.
Well, yeah.
And Annie had to talk shit. I don't know.
I mean, see that's Oregon every year though, and to me that kind of falls into that same thing y'all were talking about earlier with Florida State and Alabama. That comes across as insecurity with a head coach to me. Like to put up that much.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't like it, and here's why. Because I've seen years that Miami went 7-5, 8-4 at best, and they beat an FCS team, 77-0.
Yeah. I don't know where I fall in that.
This early in the year,
I fall in sort of the camp of if you don't want me to hang 70 on you, then do something about it. The sort of the old school mentality.
And listen, I'm in complete agreement with you there. But at some point, like I have a problem when you're still chucking for the end zone and you're up 60-0. Like if you're running back bust one off, it is what it is. But if you're throwing 40-yard bombs and you're up 50-60-0 you're starting to.
I agree with you. I agree with you there. There's not a lot of coaches that would do that. But at the same time, if in the era today with the 12-team playoff system and style points mattering, then it invites this kind of thing to happen.
I don't agree with that, and I'm not sure that style points matter, because if style points matter, Notre
does
Dame
matter if you don't win.
playoffs.
Style points matter if you don't win your conference and get an automatic bid.
To an extent, yes, but once again, Notre Dame didn't win a conference and lost to NIU.
Yeah, I know, but see, this is the issue with what the CFP committee, what the College Football Playoff Committee does. Is, they look at analytics and they look at win margin and they look at all these percentages. And so you hanging 70 points on somebody, nobody remembers that in week 2 after when it's time to pick these teams, but it still goes into the stat sheet these people are looking at to pick the at-large people. So
I'm not sure that Condoleezza Rice is looking at a stat sheet to pick people. I
don't even. Condoleezza Rice isn't even on the. She's not even on the playoff committee anymore.
What she was a few years ago.
I know. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't have a problem with. I understand what you're saying, but I probably wouldn't do it if I were a coach. But then again, I'm not a coach, so I mean, what am I going to say?
Like, because I agree with you. Like, because Jimmy Johnson back in his day caught flack for it.
Yeah.
And listen, your starters are, your third stringers are fresh, and your fourth stringers are fresh, and they're in the game. But like I said, if you're not doing everything you can to bleed clock, and you're chucking 40-yard bombs to the end zone, motherfucker, like I said, at that point, you're starting to tread into asshole territory.
Yeah, I get you. I understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, freaking Dabo was doing that to us last time he was playing. He was running freaking flea flickers and shit on us. What an asshole.
What was the score?
We're going to get him back.
Hold on. What was the score?
Y'all blew us out the last time you played us.
Okay, what was the score? How bad?
You blew us out like, it was like 40-something to 7 or something.
All right, but that's not 70.
That's not a blowout.
That's not 70-3. I mean, he was practicing a flea flicker.
This is fucking bullshit. We're gonna get his ass back for that shit.
Like I said, I'm kind of with Sea Dog. Like if you're up if you're up by 5 touchdowns and you pull the fumble-rooski, you're an asshole.
I mean,
what did Brent Key do?
look, these college rules. You only got so much practice time. I mean, if you're up 45-7, I mean, what better time to practice the flea flicker than late in the fourth quarter against Georgia Tech?
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. All right. So anyway, there you guys go. We went through. We talked about a lot. We talked about our trip to Atlanta. The internet knows my entire schedule, where I'll be at what time, the entire weekend, basically. So anyway, there is that. We also talked about all of last week's games and all of this week's coming games in the ACC, and a little bit more on top of that. I don't know what else you want more from us in the ACC show.
This was a great show.
Great
and
show.
By the way, to add to your disdain for, I don't really give a shit about channel. It's fuck whatever. As long as it's a channel I've got, I don't particularly care. But screw that time, because I have to work this weekend. So I'm going to miss probably the first half, if not a little more, of that game.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because let's see, you say it's a shit. I'm going to miss more than that, because it's a 3:30 kickoff Central, and I don't get off till 6.
3:30. 4:30 Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I don't get off for 2.5 hours. After that game starts.
you'll miss at least the first 2.5 quarters. Yeah.
But the great thing about streaming is, thanks to Hulu, I can choose to start that game from the beginning.
Well, just don't go on social media or get any spoilers. That's what you got. That's the only way you can handle that. But you know that.
I wish you were able to join us this weekend, Slim.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, I would like to, but call me weird, call me old, but like I don't think, unless you are dying, to me, in your first 6 months, you shouldn't take a day off or anything, and I'm not.
Oh, you started a new job.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah.
Like he's been there. Yeah, he's been there for like 5 months or so, something like that.
Yeah, I've been there since April. I mean, listen, unless something comes up, I'm not planning on taking any time off until January.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're a stand-up guy, which I happen to know about you.
I started a new job and I got sick that same week and I felt terrible.
Yeah. Sea-Dog's not a stand-up guy.
I still went to work sick. What are you talking about?
I'm just messing with you, dude. All right.
I'm not sure. I'm still not sure if we can consider Sea-Dog a stand-up guy. He doesn't have a wallet or pants.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Oh, was that freaking prerequisite? Come on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Kinda.
Oh, whatever. I'm a slow guy.
All right, I do have to end the show, guys, but thank you, Slim, for coming in and filling in for Rec. Rec had to get off early, so that was perfect timing.
Oh yeah, no problem.
But yeah, man, talk to you soon. Good luck to your Canes this weekend, although I don't think you'll need it necessarily.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll talk. Well, are you doing the show tomorrow morning?
So my truck's supposed to be delivered between 8 and 11 tomorrow. They postponed it. It was supposed to be delivered today. Long story. They postponed it another day. So yeah, after I get my truck, whatever time that is, I'll go live.
Gotcha.
What are you talking about?
So if it's here before 11, I'll go live at 11 like I'm supposed to. If it's not here till 12, I won't go live till 1 or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
The truck you bought? You're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's been a shit show. They've delayed the delivery twice, and it's pissing me off now because I paid for delivery.
Buying a vehicle online again.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Look, it's like I told the guy that called me yesterday to tell me it was delayed for a second time. I was like, look, if I knew, because I paid for delivery, it's not like it's a free delivery. I said, if I knew it was going to take 9 days when you told me it was going to be 3 days, I just would have came and picked it up for free. But you didn't.
Right.
So, and this poor guy, he was, and he asked me, he's like, well, what can I do to make this better for you? I go, well, you give me a goddamn truck is what you can do. And he goes, well, I really appreciate you being so understanding and easy to deal with. A lot of times people give me a hard time on these calls when I have to make these calls. And I said, let me ask you a question. I said, if I yelled at you for 30 minutes about my truck being delivered, would that change anything? He goes, no. I said, well, that's the reason I'm not going to do it.
You know what I said to him? I said, you know what? If deliver it freshly washed with a full tank of gas, and we'll call it even.
Yeah. You know what? I should have asked them to waive the delivery fee. Seriously. But I didn't. So anyway.
Probably wouldn't have done it anyway.
I might be getting in the market for a new car soon, too.
Well, mine's not new at 7 years old. It's new to me.
Is it a Cybertruck?
Mine?
Yeah.
No, it's a GMC Canyon Denali.
Oh, I know. You sent it to me.
Yeah. But anyway. All right. I do have to get off. All right. C-Dog. Thanks, Slim. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. C-Dog, we did it again, brother. Great show. And I look forward to see you in what, 3 days?
Dude, I've been freaking so looking forward to this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much fun.
It's going to be, me too. I can't wait. And I'm going to beat you and Rec Talk's ass up and down that pickleball court. You have no idea what's coming.
Dude, neither of us have ever played.
I know.
I hope you would. I'm going to beat your ass in Smash Bros. How about that?
All right. Bet. All right. Love you, C-Dog. We'll see you later.
All right, bye.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in to the ACC show. Another great show. Again, I won't be streaming this weekend. Well, I take that back. I may be streaming this weekend, just not from my house like I normally do. Look out for Saturday night, though. I'm going to the game at noon in Atlanta, but we should be back to Rec Talk's place to see the primetime games, and I might go live while we're there. Actually, I probably most likely will. So just keep an eye out. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the support, and that's it. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. See y'all later.